to appropriate the wealth of their nation, typically by embezzling or misappropriating government funds at the expense of a wider population. Now, in a kleptocracy, corrupt politicians enrich themselves secretly outside the rule of law through kickbacks, bribes, and special favors, or they simply direct state funds to themselves directly or indirectly and their associates. Now, we've had $343 billion in debt.
The honourable member for Banff Airdrie.
Yeah, thanks, Madam Speaker. And, I listened, to the minister's remarks. And, it just brings me back shortly, I think it was the day after, potentially, when the President Biden appeared to have been elected. Of course, the Electoral College had not yet met, but it was evident that President Biden was going to be the next President of the United States. And we clearly knew the platform that he had put forward during the election, that he would cancel Keystone XL on day one. And so we brought forward a request for an emergency debate at that time, and it was rejected. And now, of course, move forward to today, it was accepted. But in the meantime, the Liberals had an opportunity, knowing what was probably about to happen, to do something about it, to make some efforts. And it really appears as though nothing happened in that whole period of time. So I really want to ask the minister, what did his government in fact do in all that period of time to try and avoid this from happening, to try to advocate for Keystone XL? And I would say that, the answer seems to be clearly that they did nothing. And if the answer isn't that they did nothing, they surely failed at whatever it was that they did try to do, that they kept secret from Canadians. So what did his government do to try to advocate on behalf of this project and the jobs that it creates for Canadians? It seems like nothing, and if it's not nothing, then they are certainly a failure. So which one is it? Was it nothing, or did they fail?
The Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I'm not sure if the honourable member heard me. We worked hand in glove with the government of Alberta. Hand in glove. We worked with Minister Savage, who's the Energy Minister for Alberta, the Alberta government special representative in Washington, James Rashad, former member of this House, worked hand in glove with our ambassador on the ground. We left no stone unturned. We did the best to make what we thought was an excellent argument. Keystone XL was a good project. Proud to have represented it. TC Energy made every effort to change this project fundamentally. As the Prime Minister said to us, the Keystone project of 2015 is very different than the Keystone project of 2020, 2021. To reach net zero operations by making sure that pumping stations had solar or wind power, to make sure that you worked with unions on both sides of the border, to make sure that we worked with Indigenous communities on both sides of the border, improved that project demonstrably. We made a solid case. The President of the United States kept his commitment and in very short order after his inauguration made his decision. But we believe that we have a powerful future together, and for the sake of our workers, we will see it through.
Questions et commentaires.
Questions and comments. The member for Jonquière. The member for Jonquière. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I would like to thank the Minister for his speech, which reminds us of when he testified before the Natural Resources Committee and when he said that his greatest priority was indeed Keystone XL, which surprised me a little bit, and I will be honest about that. I believe that in Canada, there's a problem with funding or providing financing to the oil and gas sector, so I'm going to ask my friend the same question as I put to the Minister. Should we not focus more on the transition of fossil fuels towards clean energy rather than, again, investing far too much in fossil fuels? Thank you.
The Honourable Minister. Thank you.
Answered in committee, we are singularly focused on lowering emissions. Lowering emissions. Wherever and wherever we